Hello, here is our 1 o'clock. I told you guys I would come and connect in with you daily. So 1 o'clock, we're talking today about what you can do. So in this time where there is so much going on with the coronavirus and things feel isolated, can feel stressful, there can be fear. What is it that you can do? And I want to talk about today how being in contribution makes a huge difference. And not just for others. I want to talk about how, of course, it makes a difference for others. We know that being in contribution makes a difference for others. How can it make a difference for you as well? Why does it matter to be in contribution right now? So one of the things I want to talk about is that we are wired to both give and receive. It's part of our design. It's part of our wiring. Our internal makeup is made to both give and receive. And when we are in a place of overflow, when we're in a place of giving away the things that we do have to give away, and maybe that's resources, that's any resource, our resource of time, our resource of money, our resource of creativity, experiences that we've been through, wisdom that we have, encouragement, being a light shining. It could be any resource that you have, but being in contribution, being in overflow actually gives you energy because you're coming into alignment with what you're designed for. So it brings alignment, it brings energy. It reminds us when we're in contribution that we're not alone, which is super important right now when we're feeling isolated. And often so many of us are, like we are home, we are snuggled in, we are feeling isolated in some way from all the things that we're used to being a part of and being out and about and doing. It reminds you when you're in contribution that you're not alone. So again, it gives energy. So giving and receiving and being a contribution, being an overflow, gives you energy. It brings you into alignment with who you are. It reminds you that you're not alone. It reminds you that you matter. So when you give, for me, giving, being in contribution is one of the quickest shortcuts to just feeling better. So sometimes if I'm feeling low energy or I'm feeling bummed out about something, two things that I often do will be getting gratitude. That's going to be a video for another day. But another one is just to find a way to give to somebody else. And so that is something you can do to instantly boost your energy, to come into alignment, to remember that you're not alone, that we're part of something bigger. And that you are part of something bigger than yourself is one of those things that it makes a huge difference emotionally. When you realize that you are part of something bigger than yourself. Even if you can't give a lot, you can give something. So that's what I want to leave you with today is what is one thing, and I want this to be really practical and really tangible for you. What is one thing that you can do today or starting today that would be in contribution for someone else or for other people? So a lot of times when we're really good at something, we don't think of it as being a contribution because it comes easy to us. Because we just feel like, everybody has that, or it's not really that big of a deal. But when everybody's bringing their strengths on behalf of other people, it makes a huge difference. I was on a call last night actually with 30 other leaders, and we were just coming together and saying, what can we do to turn fear into love? Like, what are some things that we can be doing? And just brainstorming together, and people had so many different really cool ideas, from like just bringing joy and even humor into it. Is a very serious situation, but being able to bring joy into that through gifts that they have of bringing humor. It could be things like, how can you support moms that are trying to work from home with kids, and all of it, it feels chaotic and crazy and overwhelming. And we have some people who are really analytical and who are great with putting schedules together, and they've done that for themselves. So sharing that out. Even coming up with creative ideas for things that families can be doing with their kids to make this a really positive, proactive time when everybody feels cooped up. It could be, getting gas or gift cards, grocery or restaurant cards for people who are in need right now. It could be so many different things. Some people love the research of it and love to be on seeing the updated news that's coming out. And other people would rather not be, but they want to be in the know. So if you're somebody who likes to research and you like to be connected, kind of boil it down and be posting updates on what's going on without all the media slant on things that can be fear-inducing, but just what are the facts. That's something you can do. there are so many different strength sets that are represented in the communities that we're part of. And so what is one thing you can be doing to give back, even if it seems small? One girl on our one of the women on our group last night was like, I really want to practice recipes and I want to get really good at making scallops, so I'm going to put a challenge together. And like, that's so fun. We're all stuck in our homes. What a fun way to just cook together. So many different ways really can seem small, but can cause us to feel connected, can cause us to feel like we're part of something bigger, can bring us together as a community. We see this every time there is tragedy or loss. We come together and we all become more connected. We become better together. And it helps you just remember that you're not alone in the world. So I want you to think through and even post here, what's one thing you can do today or start doing today? Like for me, I'm like, well, I coach, I do this already. So maybe I'll just turn on my camera and go live every day at 1 and talk about mindsets that could be helpful. So for me, that's one thing that I'm doing. What's something that you can be doing? And don't underestimate your part in the bigger picture. So yeah, that's about all I have, but post below what is something that you're going to do or start doing or have been doing that really can be a contribution and make a difference for others. Let's do this together.